Hi there, volunteers. I want to walk you through how to upload the Spanish translated figures to the SEG Wiki. We've had to come up with a unique workaround, but I think this is a fairly straightforward method. Once you get used to it, I think it will fly by. I've been doing it this morning and it's been going pretty quickly. So I'm working out of this folder that I'm going to share with you all, which is where all of the translated figures are. And what I'm going to do is walk you through figure A1. So I'm going to be uploading the figure A1 to the SEG Wiki and walk you through how to do this method. So I'm in this folder again that I'll share with you, and I'm looking for A1. So you'll see some of these are named, most of them are named. There are a handful of figures that are kind of combined into one document that so if you can't find your figure, it's probably in there. But A1 is, I already know this, it's kind of down here towards the bottom. The A1 through 20 are all in this one document. So I'm going to open up the document. And now this is the translated figure. Most of these documents have both the English version and the Spanish version. So just make sure you have the Spanish version. So you can see I've clicked on this image here. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to save this picture. And I'm going to be using the same method every time. So I'm using FIG A-1. And I'm just going to save this here in the downloads. And I'm going to do that for every figure. Now, because I know I'm going to need this in the next step, I'm just going to go ahead right now and copy this Spanish translation. So I am copying the Spanish translation of this image here. Now I'm going to go into the SEG Wiki. I'm already signed in. Make sure you see your name, your username up here in the top right here. But I'm going to go to this upload file, which is under tools. You actually won't see this upload files if you are not signed in. So that's one cue that you're not signed in. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to hit this choose file. And then I'm going to go to where I saved it. So figure A1 is right here. It's uploaded. Now in the summary window under this file description, I'm going to paste in what I translated. So there's the translated copy. I'm going to upload the file. So I think from here, this is all fairly straightforward. The next step is a little less obvious. So now we need to know where this particular translation image needs to go. So you all have access, and again, I'll make sure you have this document as well, but you all have access to the ebook of Sheriff's Dictionary. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit Control F, I believe it's Command F on a Mac, and just as you see, I've already typed it in. Figure A1, just type that in and see the first place that this pops up. So it comes up here under ABC method. That's the time we see it, and at least in this instance, it's the only instance of mentioning in the book. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to open up a new tab just to keep it a little easier because we're going to need something from here. So I'm going to type in dictionary. Typing in the figure. I want to type in ABC method. Now you'll see all these versions. You can just click the Spanish version, which is /ES. You can just go right to it. This is the version that we want right here. So what I'm going to do is click translate here in the top right. And you're taken to a very familiar screen here. So what I'm going to do from here is add the image. So we see that the figure is mentioned here in this link. This won't be the case for all of them, but I'm going to remove this link. So I'm just going to say see figure A1. So I remove those. You can see it here in the English version. I remove these double brackets. So now it's not linked. And what I'm going to do is below this one, some of these won't have as many. This is one of the more complicated ones, which is why I wanted to show it to you. I'm actually going to take this center tag off, which you don't have to do. But this image was someone added this image with the translation, which is great, but it's not properly showing. So I'm actually just going to get rid of all of this and this gallery tag here. Gallery tag is a way to display photos that you won't have to worry about here. So I'm going to now add this image. So I need this name right here. This is how the wiki is going to find it. So I'm coming back over here. I need those double brackets. I'm going to paste in that. And now the next bit, so this is a solid line here. What I'm going to do is type thumb, and this is going to be the same for every image, so this won't change. Center 450px. And then at this point, so these are all different. This is going to make it so we can add a caption. This is going to center it on the page. This is going to make it a certain size. Now what I'm going to do is go over here, copy the translation, paste it in here, and then close this bracket off. So we have those brackets there, these brackets here. I'm going to hit save. This should go not to yellow. So you saw it was yellow briefly and then went away. That means it's saved. So now if I go over here to the ABC method, click the Spanish version, you're going to see that we have, I'm not sure why that's actually still linked. That's interesting. Wiki might be catching up there. But you'll see now that this figure is in the page. So we have the caption, we have the translation down here, and then if we click this, we get a little bit better view of the image. It blows it up to its regular size. Now, looking at this one, we actually have an equation in this caption, which for various reasons didn't get added. So I'm actually going to go in and fix that and add that to the caption so it displays properly. For most of these images, you won't have to do anything additional than what was in the Word document. But in an instance where there was a math formula, you may have to update that math formula. But that should be the rare exception. I want to show you just 3 other pages here. So this is one of the translations where it said see figure B1. So I followed those steps, so I added it. There's the caption right there. If you click on it, you see it bigger, and you see that it's in Spanish there. Let's go to another one here. It says see figure C6. So we've got the image here and the translation. So as you can see here, there's no additional math equations or anything else to do. You usually just upload it, and here's one final one. So we've got C figure D1, and here's the image. Click on it, it gets in full scale. So there you go. It seems like a lot of steps, but it really does start to go quickly once you're doing this. If we just look at this Word document again here, here's A2, or this is actually A10. So that's the version that we would, and this one, English and Spanish version is the same. So we would just upload this, and then here is the translation. So these, it's always an exception to the rule. So these are math equations here. So you would, this isn't going to copy over into the wiki. So you would have to use LaTeX to solve those. But just that is not my general thing that I have noticed in working on these. So you'll also see here, this one's a pretty long one, but there's no math. You would just copy this. Here is the image that you would save. So you'd save this picture, and in this, I believe it was A11, so it would be FIG A-11. So I've also written these directions out. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. I think once you do 3 or 4 of these, it will go by very quick, and it will just be a pretty smooth process. So thanks for watching, and I hope this helps.